Are you ready?
Hey guys, what's up? These will be some tutorials on Adobe Illustrator CS5, and it's for vector graphics, and that means they can be resized and all that, and it's pretty good at making logos and stuff and really everything. So I'm not super familiar with this new version, but I'll try to make it easy to follow. So let's make our toolbar wide. I personally find it easier to do that. And the workspace, in my opinion, is kind of hard to pick up. So up here at the top where it says Essentials, let's just do like Photoshop. And we have layers down here, but you don't really need to worry about layers as much as you do in Photoshop. Graphic styles, let me just make a new document. File, new, and click the little advanced button. Most of the time you want to work in RGB or else you'll get funny colors on the edges with CMYK. Alright, so graphic styles, you can leave these here if you want, but I don't find myself using them much. Appearance, I seldomly use that, only once in a while. And symbols, I don't think I ever use those. And I'm not sure exactly how these toolbars work. Alright, so the Pathfinder, where is that? There it is. This little Pathfinder tool, this is the jackpot. And this is what you're going to be using all the time. So I just drop that over here. The align one also, that's a pretty good one. And just put those into one little box. There. I'll just put mine in the corner. The transform box, I don't use that much. Then for the shapes, just hold the mouse down on that and click this little arrow, because we'll kind of use shapes a bit. And if you look at all this, it's pretty scary. So I guess I'll try to start from here. First we want to save our layout, how we got things set up. So go to Window, Workspace, Save Workspace. And I'm just going to overwrite one that I was messing with. Okay. And if you want to ever load this layout again, just load it right here. Easy peasy. And what I mean by layers is, let's say you have a square here, and let's just make another square. I made the red square second, so it's on top of the purple one, but even though we're on the same layer, you can move it up and down. And vector graphics, again, you can zoom in and they'll never lose their quality. It's not pixel based. If you want to zoom back out, just hold Control and press 1. Or you can hold Alt and use your mouse wheel. I use Control 1 a lot to get to 100%. Okay, so there's a lot of hotkeys in this, and I'll try to use the menus a lot and remind you of the hotkeys. So the first thing is, let's just make a circle. Okay, we have a circle. Click the circle and then hold Alt, and you'll see these double arrows, and that means we're going to make a copy of it, and then just drag it over and let go. Then if you need to deselect, just click anywhere. Okay. And I don't really like the black borders, so click the little border down here, then click the little slash. Okay. And now we've got two circles. We're going to make a heart, and let's just make a square. And that's what a lot of Illustrator is playing with shapes. Make sure you hold your shift key so that you get a perfect square. Okay, we got a square now. Hold your spacebar button down and you get this little hand. Try to get used to that because you're going to be moving around quite a bit with the little spacebar. Alright, so click the square, and then if you go to an edge, you get these little arrow keys. Hold shift and then click down and turn it. So it's like that, kind of like a diamond. Okay, so this is going to be the bottom of the heart. We're going to try to cut out a piece, right? Let's take this corner here. Make sure you have the black arrow too, not the direct select. See what happens if we grab this? It's going to stretch the corner, but we want to move the whole object, so use the black arrow. And that's the V button. So if you ever need to get back to that black arrow, just press V. And so take this corner and drag it up to like a corner over by the heart. Okay. And I'm just going to click this and press down a couple times. Actually, I'll just leave it there. Then I'm just going to hold this and resize it so that it fits there. Okay. And it's going to be a little bit off, but that's fine for this lesson. Okay. And then let's just we're going to make another square and cut off this top part of that square. So just make a square. I'm going to make it black so that you can see it. And I'm going to put this on top of it. Okay. And here's where the Pathfinder comes in. This one's on top of it. So I'm going to click this and then click the square I want to minus the front. So I'm going to remove the front, which is the black square. I'm going to click this, and then it looks like it automatically expanded. Okay, well, hold the Alt key and then zoom in. And then now you can grab your little white arrow. Now we're going to move the corner so that it touches there. And move the corner so it touches there. You know, it's not perfect. Maybe you could drag this down a little bit. Okay. I'm not going to be too picky for now. And you'll be like, well, look, you still have all these other pieces. You can go ahead and select all these pieces and then press this, the Unite. Okay? And now it's one solid piece. This is really cool because remember how we copied a shape? Hold the Alt button like this and drag it. Now I'm going to just rotate it. And I'm going to move it to this little purse. Then you can grab two pieces, hold the Alt key, drag it, and while they're both still selected, rotate it, and then drag it on over. Now I'm going to hold Alt and scroll backwards, and look at that. You can even group things, but I don't want to go too fast so it's hard to understand. But just try to get familiar with Alt and the mouse wheel. Control 1 to go to 100% view, and the space bar to span the area. Okay. And if you want to try to get ahead, try to make a habit of the V and the control key. The control key, like let's say you have some selected, or let's say you have the square tool and you make a square, but you want to select this heart without having to go over here. You just hold control and click this. So control is kind of like a quick little substitute for selecting. Alright, I don't want to confuse you though. So I guess that's all for now. Thanks for watching.